What is up, guys? Welcome to a brand new gameplay video. We are sitting in gold 2 right now, 94 LP I think, so one more win and we get into our promos, which will be nice. We are playing VAYNE this game, so this was actually like a reactive pick to their team more than anything else. They picked, let me just go around and rearrange these. Caitlyn wasn't picked. I don't really want to play against the Caitlyn as VAYNE, but yeah, the Rammus, like, VAYNE is really good against Rammus because she's one of the few people who can actually like burn through him. She buys a blade early, which is like enough life still to kind of deal with like the Thornmail style of his W, and if they build another Thornmail, I guess. And then also we just have like the, you're able to kite him around, like he can't really do very much to you. You can buy Mercurial, it's actually kind of like worthwhile in VAYNE. So we have the life steal to deal with like the damage back from him and the damage to actually kill him without percentage health. So that is like a really good answer to Rammus. He's very popular right now, so VAYNE I think will come back a little bit. This is not going to be very fun against Caitlyn, I don't think, especially considering I actually have an EKKO support. So I don't really know what happened here. But yeah, I don't really know. And we also have a Dark Seal Katarina rush start, so this game could go well, it could go really wrong. So we're gonna find out. Runes of Mastery is going to be 18-12. Pretty much everything standard. Getting the further battle though for like persistent damage kind of against like the Rammus mostly. I could have gone Warlords, but I'm going to be going for a Blade the Rune King build to deliberately to get through the Rammus, so I don't think I needed the extra healing. Basically the one problem is going to be Nautilus is pretty hard to deal with as a VAYNE player, but I think we'll be okay. But yeah, so I could have gone Warlords, it would have been fine. Especially against a Caitlyn lane. Like normally I actually like going Warlords because Caitlyn is difficult to deal with, like very difficult to deal with. Her range, you can see she's already started to kind of tickle me, and you know she's not even level 2 yet, so I'm not exactly sure what EKKO brings to the table. This is actually, the last couple of games have been really weird. Like we've had, what we had so far, we've had I don't know really what I want to get. I guess I'll just get my W here. We've had Galio support, now we've got an EKKO support. I don't really know what's going on, but never mind. We're probably going to be sitting back quite a bit because I don't think really, EKKO doesn't bring very much. Like, he can't really engage. He's poking with this Q thing, which is fine, I guess, but okay. Well, I mean, that's an engage still at least. Oh boy, the level 2 gank. I'm going to put my pot here. I'm just going to try and tumble away. Nice. I didn't even need to burn my pot. That was actually preemptive and bad from me because we know, like we've said before, right, if you've watched any of these videos, lane phase as an AD carry especially is a lot about playing the potion game. Like, you know, as soon as like they use their potion but we haven't used ours, it gives us an advantage because if we trade again then we can burn our pot and they don't have one to burn. Now unfortunately I thought Rammus was going to hit me, so I preemptively just used it, but that was kind of dumb. And unfortunately now we're kind of at level footing again with this Caitlyn. Even though we got a decent trade-off, like it doesn't really matter now. So actually, because I made a mistake like that, like this is why it's so important. And people always take the piss out of me for saying this on my main channel, like potions are so important, but I kind of just like threw the advantage we got from that massively good trade because I used my pot. Like it's such a big deal. You really need to like break the habit as much as you can of not going... yeah, of not like using a potion if you don't have to. Okay, so by the way, I actually have sorted my scene pan out a little. Not, please don't base. Please don't base right now. Please don't base right now. He just based. Did he just get bored? Did he just think I don't want to play that anymore? What the f... So now I'm gonna get zoned from all of this CS. Oh, bucks. I'm just gonna run here. Get some damage back on him as a return, I guess. But yeah, I'm gonna miss all of this CS now and get like obviously free trade because he left. I guess I should have pinged him. I didn't. I thought he was kind of just like baiting the Nautilus in with the recall. I genuinely did not think he was gonna do it, but I guess I should not have assumed that he would have stayed. Well, I mean, okay. He wanted his Frostfang thing, I guess, but I mean, I don't think that was particularly worth the recall, but. Whatever. I should have just like said something, but I honestly didn't think he was actually gonna do it. I actually didn't think he was gonna do it. But yeah, so we sorted out a scene pattern ish, kind of. Well, actually we didn't. I was up to like 4 o'clock this morning, still wide awake, but Yeah, I was able to. I mean, he does damage at least, right? Executed. Okay, wow. At least, alright. Yeah, but we woke up early, so we'll finally be able to get this out at normal time again. Yo, dude, don't run into the minions like that. What are you doing? I'm not even gonna heal that, honestly. I don't think that's worth healing. Alright, never mind, it's fine. So Vayne, like the way you actually play as Vayne is very passive normally. So we can talk about that a little bit because Vayne is very different. Like you can play Vayne in a ton of different. I'm just gonna get the experience from this one. I don't really want to die, so they might actually die of me. I think they're probably gonna base, so I think I'm okay. Yeah, I'm good. Alright, so the way, there's like a bunch of different ways that you play Vayne. You can play her aggressively, you can play her defensively, it depends on like the lane phase, it depends what you want to get out of it. I'm going to push this, I think, really hard. The one saving grace here, at least for the EKKO, is he'll do damage, I guess, like, and he might be able to last a long time, but he's going full AP, which, yeah, whatever, fuck it, who cares. But yeah, so like what I'm trying to say is you can use your tumble aggressively, right? You can auto trade with it, you can like auto into Q for a really, really solid trade. You can also just you can also just use it to get away. Like Vayne has, oh my god, I just missed all three. Rip. Hopefully that stuns. Nope, doesn't stun. Alright. Oh, I'm dead. No flash. I should have just left. I missed all three of those as well. That sucked. But yeah, so like she could use things in a bunch of different ways. So she can like she can tumble into fight, she can tumble out of fight, she can condemn to trade, like it's a really solid trade, or she can like kind of leave, like make people go away with a condemn. So she has all of these kind of tricks, I guess, like alright, well, okay. Sure. Alright, well, it's fine. We got this. But yeah, so yeah, she have all these like kind of tricks and stuff which you learn through the lane phase, like to how you would play things, I guess, more. I kind of want to go and stop her, because if I stop her, then yeah, I'm not gonna bother. I'll take so much damage from all these minions. This is pretty rough now, though. Kind of. She has 2 kills. She's a little bit more CS than us. Like, the CS Eden stuff I think is kind of expected in this lane just because Vayne is not favored. Vayne is very much about the support more than anything else. Unfortunately, we have an EKKO here, but yeah, it's more about the support. Like, if I had the Nautilus, for example, engaging and hooking and stuff like this, then it would be a lot easier, because he would take all the damage, he would like soak the engage and stuff, and I could just free hit from the back. But the problem at the moment is EKKO is very squishy, he doesn't last very long, and I kind of need time to like, trade. You can't really do too much on your own, I don't think. Oh, she is so far ahead of me right now though with these kills and stuff, and the BF sword and the Zeal. Plus Nautilus can just ult now and screw me completely, so yeah, this is gonna be tough, I think. But we might be able to do stuff. I have no idea. I don't really know. Like normally with their support and stuff, they'll have a PowerPoint when they like for example, if we had Nautilus, right? Like as the example in this game, once he hits level 6, he gets a massive power spike anyway. Like he has some crowd control, right? So if we like hook pin with his passive into ult, like these things, he can quite easily be useful even when he's behind, right? But actually with like with EKKO, like he can't engage because he'll just get blown up. He can't do much damage because he'll just get one shot. So I'm not exactly sure where the PowerPoint for him is, but if I can figure it out, then we can maybe play around him a little bit better. But I don't think he even knows, really. I don't think he even knows like when his PowerPoint comes. He doesn't feel like he's that comfortable, but we'll see. So my skill order, by the way, is a bit weird, I think is safe to say. I go 3 points into Q, then I go into my W afterwards to max that out. So if I'm going for like a Ghostblade build that was pretty popular recently, I'd happily go like fully max my Q, because I think it just gives you a better trade. It lets you reposition better, which is nice. And hang on, let me see, this gank's coming in now. Okay, I have to be really careful because they could just come on me right now. I'm gonna have to flash here. So if I went the wrong way around, basically, right there, that's what happened. And they all just left me. Okay, I'm dead. Alright, we got 2 kills. That's 2 for 2. That's 2 for 2. Where are you going, my friend? Where are you going? Alright, so that's Ramos flash. Hero flash. Oh man, this is gonna be hard. Okay, I kind of got baited there, to be honest. I got baited really hard there, but it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, so anyway, basically like your Q gives you more repositioning in fights and stuff. It lets you, yeah, it lets you reposition in fights easier. Well, I'm just gonna sell these down really quickly. Alright, so yeah, like W is going to be consistent damage in a team fight. Like, it's really good when you have a heavy attack speed build, but maxing it doesn't really offer you anything in the lane phase. Having Q lets you farm easier, lets you trade better. So I personally like having a bit of both. I like having a decent-ish lane phase with maxing my Q for a little bit, and then I swap to maxing my W to get the consistent damage there. Now this is, as soon as Nautilus comes in here, I just have to leave because they're so much stronger than us right now. Yeah, this is... He's not buying any health potion. I really... Maybe he's just out of his depth a little bit. I don't know. This is like a high gold game, I think. But I think he said he was silver. So it might just be that EKKO is not very comfortable with this elo bracket. He might just not... You know... He might just be out of his depth. It seems that might be the case here. Yeah, especially he's ruined all my CS as well. He might just be like out of his depth, because if you're playing something like this and you're struggling, you need health potions so that when you take a trade, you can like heal back up and you can still do stuff. So yeah, I don't know where Caitlyn is right now. Find out now, I guess, if I step on the trap. Okay, she didn't hit me, so she's obviously not here, which means I can push this real quick. So yeah, we're just gonna play super passive. I don't think... Well, apart from the fact we're behind, like VAYNE always has the potential to come back, I think, in like a fight, but I really don't feel comfortable relying on this EKKO. And it's not like me shit talking this guy, because you might, like, you know, he's just for some reason in this game when he maybe shouldn't be, but it's just like playing around that fact, I guess now. Like if I... Oh bollocks, are you serious? I'm dead. I'm not even gonna... I'm done. I'm dead. We don't have any wards because he hasn't got a sightstone either, so yeah, I guess I need to ward a bit more. Boots would be nice. That's unfortunate. There's nothing I can really do with a Rammus behind me with no flash though, so yeah, fair enough. Yeah, so we'll be like trying to create situations where even if EKKO does absolutely zero, we're still able to come back in this game. But this is definitely really hard. VAYNE maybe was not the best pick. It was a good pick against their composition. Like, I would pick this in Diamond, like 100%, because it is actually a good... It's good against Fiora. It can juke her around. It can stun her. Like, it's not very good against Victor. It's the only one on their team who's not good against. Like, Caitlyn was picked last. Was their last pick, so I didn't know what AD I was against. But even then, like, you can still win that lane phase. We should be reaching a point now where we're actually winning it, but because... we lost this lane so hard early and got ganked a lot, like we're not in that position. Oh my god. I think we should have gone on that Victor. He was out of mana completely, but everyone just ran and I'm not going to be the first one to go in, so... Oh well, my ult cooldown is really low. But yeah, so we should be reaching a point where you win this. So I think the VAYNE pick was actually good. It's just... like EKKO was our last pick and I was fourth pick, so I didn't know he was going to pick EKKO. Maybe I would have picked a bit of a safer AD carry if put in this position again, maybe. That's the only thing I can like really adjust, I think. it's kind of hard. Like, you know, we got ganked. We had a we've got EKKO, so there's only so much you can really do, I think. But we can still like redeem ourselves now, because as soon as when we get out of the lane phase, it's a lot less about like the duo pair, I guess. It's more about like the team play. But saying that, like, Caitlyn is so strong. My farm is okay. My farm is alright, but she's got like almost 2 items, and I have the gold for 1, so we're definitely in a bit of a sticky mess at the moment. Okay, I shouldn't have said that. That sounded wrong. Oh boy. Oh my god, I missed that one. Okay, so I'm gonna get as much of this farm as possible. I'm gonna push it though. So there's 2 choices. You can actually freeze this right now. Freezing I don't think will be particularly bad, because I get like I need to make sure I get all of these, so I need to concentrate and get them. Freezing won't be that bad because I'd be getting more gold. Technically, like, I'd get another wave. Like right now, this wave is kind of risky for me to take this wave. Actually, it's not, because they're staying mid. But what I'm trying to do is force this Caitlyn back to the bot lane. Like, I want to stop her pushing mid. Don't want her to get the tower. I don't want her to pressure Cat. So I'm trying to push this as hard as I can so that I can get Caitlyn to force her to come back. If she doesn't come back now, that's a massive mistake from her, because she's going to miss all of this CS. I think she is coming back though, but she's still going to miss quite a bit of CS. There's another wave coming in as well. Okay, there she goes. So even though she got all of this, not ideal, it's better that she doesn't push the mid tower. So that's why we're pushing at that point in the game, and not just like freezing it. Because if we froze it, she'd stay pushing mid and she would have got the tower eventually, which I don't think is worth it at all. Alright, so we're going to be, this game, our build is most likely going to be Phantom Dancer into Mercurial. So Mercurial is going to be able to deal with the taunt from the Rammus. It used to be able to deal with the Fiora as well, which would have been like the perfect situation, but not so much anymore. It's not going to deal with the Nautilus because it doesn't cleanse his ult or anything like that, but we can at least get rid of the stun, I guess. But the main thing is for the Rammus, like if he ever taunts me, he's put a lot of focus onto me this game, like an absolute ton of focus onto me this game. And I feel like if I don't buy Mercurial, he is just going to focus me even more. And I don't really want to... I mean, we'll see how the fights go. That's just my initial plan, right? Like, I can swap this up. I know Phantom Dancer is going to be next because I get the damage reduction, and it's just such a good item on VAYNE. But I don't have to stick to anything else. So I could get the Mercurial if I want to. I could not get it. It'd be fine. Alright, so we're just looking at the minimap right now, taking Crab. Crab prevents them from taking Dragon, really, but it also lets us take it, so... if we take the Dragon, it gives us the speed advantage. If we don't take Dragon, it's fine, but it kind of stops them taking it. So either way, it's going to be better for us. I have to watch the Victor, though, because one of VAYNE's like main weaknesses that I'm very conscious about is the fact that she sucks versus AoE damage. So, like, it's basically just... Because you're quite... a low range AD carry. I'm going to leave, by the way. I'm not going to risk that. Because you're quite a low range AD carry, you have to be close to the fight, right? And just being like close to other people and close to the enemy champion you're focusing means that it's pretty easy for you to get hit by just random stuff that isn't even meant for you. Like Victor's laser or his Chaos Storm, like he doesn't even need to try necessarily to actually hit me, but it will hit me anyway. So that stuff is actually really hard for VAYNE to deal with. It's one of the biggest reasons she's not in the meta right now, because there's so much AoE damage literally everywhere. And, okay, we have to be careful because he could just dive us. I don't think necessarily Vi going in here is a good idea. Dude. I'm not entirely sure on that one. Well... I've seen worse, sadly, but I think he's probably just out of his depth a little bit. I think he might just be new. I have no idea. He's literally playing this like a normal game, like support player would, you know, when they just like build full damage just to have a bit of fun. Like that feels like the kind of thing he's trying out something new. Not necessarily the best thing for ranked, but well, oh god, he even took that. Not necessarily the best thing for ranked, but you know, it could be worse. Kinda. If we can wave clear this as much as we can, then that's great. I might have been saying something important before that happened. I can't actually remember. I don't think that was a good idea though. We need to pick better fights. That was dumb. That was way too forced. I don't like. I wasn't even ready to go in there at all. Nobody was, and maybe they're like pre-made. I don't know. All right, we need to just leave though in case he hooks or something. But that was whoa! What the fuck? All right, so we got an exhaust. That's gonna be Nautilus's flash down. Unlucky team. Oh, people, don't give up yet, my friends. Don't give up yet. So what I'm trying to do right now is just farm and be as useful as I can, but VAYNE needs farm like to actually get to a point where she's going to actually like to kill people properly. Me grouping is not helping too much because Katarina's so fed right now. She has so much AP that I can't contest any farm at the moment. That's kind of the problem. She'll get the entire wave before I can really do anything. And while like, yeah, Katarina having farm and being fed is a good thing, like I need to get strong in this game. So we're going to try and put a focus a little bit on getting some farm wherever I can. But this wave is so dangerous for me to take right now. I can't justify going down there, I don't think. I don't have my flash if something goes wrong, so I have to be careful again. Like they're doing well, like roaming around the map and stuff, but the problem more is that I'm not getting anything out of these at the moment. So I'm keeping up my farm. I'm not like feeding my ass off. To be completely honest, I don't think I think I've made the most of what you can do. Like people always ask me, how do you deal with a bad support player? How do you deal with like, you know, a really hard lane and stuff? And it's just like survive. Like there's just because I am technically a higher rank than these guys on my main account, like that doesn't matter. Like there's some situations you just can't do, can't really change. All right, we're gonna go in here though, from behind. Let's see if we can get anything. So we juke the Rammus with the stealth. Get away from him if we can. This is where VAYNE comes in though. This is where VAYNE comes in. Nice, there we go. Double kill. Perfect. This is exactly why I picked VAYNE. Like that stealth there. You see, as soon as I saw Rammus come, I actually messed up a little bit because I went too close so he could taunt me at the same time. But I actually condemned him into the wall and then stealth to like juke him, basically to juke to reposition into the wall. And Rammus can't really do anything. Like he can taunt me, sure, but if I manage to stealth correctly and actually juke him, then it's going to be hard for him to get onto me once his power ball's up. So that is pretty much exactly why you pick VAYNE. VAYNE doesn't necessarily matter if you have a rough lane phase. You can still come back in and we still got a lot of damage. I didn't even use my bulk that fight. I was kind of saving it actually to see whether I needed to use it on the Fiora because I wasn't paying attention to the rest of the fight. I just wanted to kill the Rammus as fast as possible, which was actually kind of bad of me. Normally my like I don't know what it's called, peripheral vision maybe. Basically my vision like for the rest of the fight is normally pretty good, but that fight was really bad. I had no idea what was going on. I had no idea if we were winning, if we were losing. Like I just genuinely didn't know. I didn't know what was going on. I might actually try and kill her here. I can see Nautilus on the map, so pretty sure EKKO just walked over a ward though, so I'm actually gonna leave because EKKO walking over a ward is like attracting attention now from everyone. And again, like even though I got a lot out of that fight, I don't want to throw my lead because Nautilus, you can't outplay Naut. Like for the Rammus, I can stealth dodge his stuff, right? Like I can kind of outplay that a little bit like in that fight, but Nautilus I can't. Like he just presses R on me, he targets me and I'm gonna like be knocked up. Like I can't avoid that, and then normally sets up like a CC chain. It's why he's so good against an AD carry, because there isn't. Yeah, this is what I meant by the way about can't contest against Katarina. Okay, I got 1 CS, I got 3, nice. Well, yeah, like this is why Nautilus is so good against an AD carry. It's kind of disgusting actually. I'm so glad he's not like meta right now because he is so horrible to play against. But anyway, we found pretty well. We have a lot of damage, and I feel like we're in a decent spot this game as long as we don't mess it up big time. So as long as we don't go too ham, and as long as we don't like eat the Nautilus stuff. So basically, like in this team fight, what we got to avoid is a taunt from Rammus because we don't have a Mercurial yet, and then we have to avoid the Victor damage, like ideally, and avoid the Nautilus ult. So if Nautilus can like ult someone else first, then I can go in. I don't really have to worry about anything else. That is going to be the good thing. We have to be really careful though, because Vi's already half health and she's built full damage. So it makes it kind of difficult to actually deal with. Yo, you cannot all just leave. You cannot all just leave. Please don't all leave. Okay, we are so lucky that they are not. I think they might all be going top though. Yeah, they're all in our top jungle right now. I'm gonna blue ward this just to see if I can spot anything. Alright, they're pushing mid. So, even though this game is pretty rough, I still think we have a good chance of... Wow, Fiora's got 5 kills. I did not realize that. She's a lot more fed than I thought. It's going to make this a bit more awkward. I say that a lot, actually. Noticed that the past couple of games I've been saying awkward way too much. Yeah, so ideally what we want right now is the mid tower. Like, the mid outer tower is the best thing. Oh, yeah, by the way, someone said if I do this... Oh, look at that. It does actually work. If you press alt on the abilities. Thank you for telling me that, by the way. I knew it was in the patch, but I didn't actually know how. Like, it's coming. I'll go for it. I'm just being a bit careful here because I'm very close to their tower. If we get a full-on engage, I'll use my ult and we can go. But unless we get the proper engage on them, I'm not actually going to go in. Alright, I'm just going to de-push this lane very quickly. Now, this is, I would say very quickly, but, you know, that doesn't, Vayne pushing doesn't really happen quickly unless you have a Shiv. Which is one of the reasons you can get a Shiv, but Phantom Dance is just so good. It's like so much damage. This is like the most reliable Vayne build. I know we haven't really talked about build very much, but there are so many different ones. Like, Ghost Spade is really good for the lane phase and for some early damage. I might have to go mid, actually. They look like they're about to fight. Yeah, they are fighting. Oh my god, why? Whoa, holy moly, that's really risky against like Nautilus, but I guess I'm gonna flank here. If I can get the Victor, that'd be nice, but alright, they actually won that, so wow, okay, fair enough, but I guess it was 4v4. Cat's really fed. We get the mid tower though, which is nice, so we lose top tower, but we get mid tower. I think that's kind of worth it. Fiora's going to be a problem though, because if Yasuo can never duel her, like she has 2.5 items already, probably more now with gold and stuff from the wave and the tower and whatever else, but yeah, she's literally just pushing, like this is all she's done. She just TP'd bot lane, which is, I think that's pretty dumb, but I'm just going to flank this guy. So I have to be really careful here because she's going to... There we go. Oh, she freaking flashed. So what she... I had to be careful of the... Nice. I had to be careful of her riposte, I think it's called, like her E, because if I did that and stunned, I'd have actually stunned myself and she would have just killed me, like 100% one-shot me, so I had to hold it, but after it timed out, she just flashed away, which is why that looked a lot worse than it actually was. I think Cat's fighting someone right now, but I'm gonna get this, then we'll head down. I'm not going to chase that. So we're doing pretty well right now. We have a lot of damage with Vayne. We just like recovered from our early lane phase, and there are some champions that you just cannot win the lane phase on if you aren't with a good teammate, and this is one of them. Vayne Caitlyn is so horrible. I probably could have played a little bit better. I could have not died, that's for sure, but sometimes it's just not going to happen. Alright, so we get the QSS. I was thinking about just getting some more damage, but I'm going to play it safe. We have a lot of damage on our team already. Vi is full damage. We have Yasuo. We have like no pure tank. Like even EKKO still doesn't have a Sightstone. I don't know what is... I don't know what is going on, but anyway, so yeah, he doesn't have a Sightstone or anything. I'm just going to go for like survival rather than damage. Vayne has a lot of built-in damage anyway, and I feel like if my team can do damage, I don't necessarily need the most to still win this game. Like if I was going for glory, sure, I could get like an Infinity Edge now, a Last Whisper, I could get any of these things, but I'm not going for glory. Like I'm going to win the game, so let's just try and do that. But this is really risky now because we showed bot like this, like so early, we're going to have the entire team coming down now. Yeah, there we go. So this is why you actually kind of don't want to show immediately like this. Because if you show straight away, you attract the entire team. Yeah, you attract the entire team, and now we're gonna have a full 5-on-5. Ideally, the way you actually win a game, like properly, is you create situations that are not 5-on-5, so they're like numbers advantage. Oh, Kata's base though. I'm actually gonna go for the. I'm gonna pin her away here. I'm not gonna use my QSS yet. I just went straight for the Victor there. We managed to get a clip on him, and then Katarina killed him. So, like, even though it's risky diving in like that, VAYNE is probably the one who can get away with it. I have both my summoners up. I have a QSS as well if I get taunted, but killing him was definitely the priority rather than anything else. Well, I'm going to pin her against the wall. I'm not really going to go in. I'm going to just kite for now. Okay, there we go. So I don't want to go too ham just to be caught under tower and burst in case the aggro switches to me. I don't know if it's going to, but the amount of times... that was really random. The amount of times I've dived like that and the tower has just randomly swapped to me and then I've died is unreal. So, yeah, I still tumble backwards just to be safe. Alright, we got the inhib, nice. Should probably base and get the damage. So we're actually like doing a lot of damage in these fights, which is good. And that's all we kind of really need to do. We just need to stay alive and pump out consistent damage. We're the safety net for our team right now, basically. What it really means is like, well, I don't know if we need to flash that. Okay, maybe we did. I'm not actually going to go in here. I'm going to run down and try and save this guy. If I can maybe get him over there. She doesn't know I'm here, so... Alright, I have my tumble in a second. I could flash, but I don't really need to. Okay, fuck it. I don't really know if I need to do that, but she's very slippery as a champion anyway, so I thought it's fine. We'll get that out of the way. We'll finish her off. Alright, so we might not even need to upgrade this into a Mercurial because they have a lot of armor, and I feel like getting some armor would be a good idea, but also just getting some more damage. We could even just get an Infinity Edge at the moment, and I think that'd actually be a good idea, so maybe I think we're gonna do that. I don't think we really need... Rammus is not actually that hard for us to get through. Is he trying to solo Baron? What is with this game? I'm going crazy. We have an AP EKKO support who doesn't buy a Sightstone and a Yasuo who tries to solo Baron. I can't take it, boys. I'm going crazy. I can't take it. I can't. I'm going crazy. Alright, so we're gonna base. We ran there just like for security, but yeah, so as I was saying, like this game is kind of like a safety net for our team. So if they mess up, then we want to be the ones like making sure we clean up the fight, I guess, rather than like going balls deep for like the glory and stuff. We want to be making sure that if they mess up, if something goes wrong, we're still full health at the back, pumping out damage the entire fight. So it might not like, you know, it might not feel like we're carrying as hard, but if our team stops carrying, I guess we're there to make sure we're going to. But this Katarina has just destroyed this game pretty much. Now we have to be a bit careful because even though we're quite far ahead, I'm just watching the minimap to keep an eye on who's bot lane at the moment. But even though we're quite far ahead, we have to be careful that like Nautilus is still going to kill us 100%. Like if he... Oh no, thank you. If he ults us, we're still dead, so... Yeah, I don't really want any part of that. So we're just going to hide out of vision here, just for a little bit, just to wait for Vi to come back. See if anyone moves forward to try and fight us, but... These traps are making it awkward, because you're going to have to path a really weird way now to get into fights and stuff. But... Okay then, cat. Jeez. Only a game. Settle down. Alright, let's push the minions in. We get the tower. We could go for a big dick play, but I feel like winning is probably the better option. Yeah, we're just going straight for the Caitlyn. I'm tanking right now, but I'm good. I'm good. I think that's pretty much game at this point. Okay, she just used her riposte, so I can stun her now. Oh wow, really? Well, actually, I'm not gonna go under inhib turrets though for her. That was really weird. I think she used her lunge just as I condemned. so I actually didn't do like anything to it. It's really, even though we're so far ahead this game, I have to play these fights so well to not die. It's ridiculous. Like, I have to be really, look at that, I'm always dead anyway. Like, man, 80 carry sucks against like anything right now. Come on. Okay, so qualified for a series, and apparently we get a free win, which is nice. So we, oh yeah, because we had a little tilt session earlier in our games, but that was a disappointing game. I never really like I'm quite an aggressive AD carry player, like naturally, and I really like doing well in the lane phase. So for me to, yeah, I didn't even do anything. Look at that. I out damaged the EKKO, thankfully, but look, yeah, so I did nothing that game. Holy moly. Yeah, I'm an aggressive AD player, and it does actually tilt me a little bit to like struggle that much in the lane phase, like, and not be able to do anything. I genuinely hate it. Like, it's one of my pet peeves when someone else loses my lane. But the fact is, like, if I bitch about EKKO and like the skill gap and stuff, it's not gonna help me, is it? Like, that's not gonna be any different. It doesn't change the game. It doesn't make the lane phase easier. I just, like, I'm stuck with this guy, like, in the lane phase, so I have to make the most of it. And I feel like only dying a couple of times in the lane, considering we're ganked, is actually probably a good thing in that lane phase. But yeah, I hope you guys have a better idea of how to play with a not as good support, I guess. But let me know who you want to play in the future episodes. I'm gonna try and do a Pantheon video because you know how much I love Pantheon, but I think it's really good right now. Sivir, Twitch is on my list as well, so if I'm missing anything, let me know what you guys think. And yeah, I'll catch you guys tomorrow.